Hello, Aquarius. Okay, so this is going to be your annual wrap up. So, pretty much about 2017, where we're at, and then I pulled two cards for a spiritual message for 2018 and also what you need to release 2018. So, my Aquariuses have had a rough year. 2017 hasn't really been the smoothest for you guys, but I feel a lot of this is very karmic based. I feel a lot of you guys having to learn hard lessons the hard way because after all, you guys are the rebel of the zodiac. I get it. I have a rising in Aquarius. I am extremely rebellious when I approach anything in my life. I constantly have to literally temper my personality because it's like I had someone ask me before, like in a joking way, are you bipolar? And not joking about, disorders here, but it was just a sense of me having to refrain my impulse of wanting to be extremely verbally cutting and then wanting to be very patient, or wanting to be very detached, but then at the same time wanting to be connected to the community, to the collective, right? Or wanting to be very in my relationship at the moment and then pulling away. So I get it, Aquarius, because I feel the core me is very Aquarius. I do feel this way about myself. I get along with Aquariuses. I was engaged to an Aquarius. I mean, it's just, I get it. I get feeling like you do not belong on this planet. I get feeling detached from what it is that you need to detach from at the moment because you're living in your head. Trust me, I understand, okay? So this has not been an easy year. I really feel that rebellious nature has kind of had to, like, you've had to learn how to bring it in, reel it in a little bit, right? For the sake of learning your lessons, or for the sake of growth, for the sake of spiritual enlightenment. Like, you guys are learning so much about yourself this year, and it hasn't been easy. But I do see you guys really coming out of it if you allow your ego, like, release that ego. I really see you guys coming into a rebirth and understanding why this has happened and why you have transitioned the way you have transitioned. 2018, you guys, you have to work on your approach to relationships and interpersonal experiences. I feel there is a need to separate yourself intellectually and to also judge other people based on what they know, or to be self-absorbed and to feel that because you are misunderstood, you don't want to give yourself, right? This is for some of my Aquariuses. A lot of my Aquariuses have really heavy karma. Okay, and I would know. My rising is in Aquarius, right? A lot of us Aquariuses, I'm saying us because I really feel very in tune with you guys right now, and I feel very connected to your experiences because my year hasn't been easy, okay? So I feel like I'm learning right there with you. Aquariuses are notorious, especially Aquarius men, for having a background of trauma, whether it's sexual abuse, whether it's an abusive male or female role model in their life, whether it was early on bullying, whether it was, a feeling, especially a feeling of abandonment. Aquariuses are born into this karmic situation of feeling left behind, feeling misunderstood, feeling like they're not living up to their siblings' potential, that sort of thing, right? And I'm very familiar with abandonment, so I get it. Like, I get it hands on, okay? And I feel that 2018, I see that the first half of your year, the purge, okay? I see the purge. It's not gonna, it's almost like it's not over yet. That mountain, that obstacle, that journey, it's not over yet. I really feel there are other things that we need to learn in the process here. okay? Because for the collective, when I shuffled for my Aquariuses, I really feel this sense of, I know I'm right and they're wrong. I feel that you guys are separating yourself from people who are offering you guidance because you have you have told yourself that you are correct, and you feel that you have had to live your life by yourself, and you have had to make your decisions with minimal amount of support and love, that it's almost like you have had to depend on yourself for so long that you don't want to hear what anyone else has to say. Again, let's really kind of take off all the layers of that statement, and all that comes from your wounds, right? Like your old wounds, your childhood stuff. Like, where were you left behind? Those are questions that you're going to have to ask yourself 2018. Were you left behind? Do you feel inadequate? Do you feel like you had a hard time merging in with other people? Do you feel like people pushed you out? Were you bullied? I mean, self-reflection is going to be key 2018. For those who those of you who are doing the work 2018, self-reflecting, slowly kind of coming into a different perspective, opening yourself up to people's, perspectives, and them reaching out and giving you advice, you will be fine. I see you merging into a higher self of evolution. I see you learning from the past, and you're really, 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 really understanding yourself a lot more, and I see you feeling more empowered. For my Aquariuses that are not doing the work, you're not doing the self-reflecting that you need to do, this year is going to hit hard. And if you think the 2017 hit you hard, this year is going to hit harder because you are not doing the work. Okay? Listen, I get it. Like I said, when people want something out of me, my natural inclination, my natural impulse is to do the opposite. I am 100% a rebel. All my life. I have an issue, in the past for a really long time. I've had an issue with authority, which is why I don't like working for other people, which is why for the majority of my life now, I have been self-employed in whatever I do. My goal being that I have placements in Aries kind of helps fuel that. But, I have been so self-oriented. I don't want to work for other people. I don't want people telling me how to do my job. Not that I'm not open to other people's opinion, but again, that rising in Aquarius, I have had an issue with the way people want me to do things. Well, I don't want to do it like that. And I'm still working on that side of myself. You know what I mean? Where I have to learn how to not take it as such a personal attack on my personality. Like, I want to be unique. I want to be original. This is who I am. Don't tell me how to do it. Don't tell me how to live, right? That's so me, 110. And I know that's how my Aquariuses are out there. I get you. Trust me, I get you. But I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, okay? Spiritual guidance right here, 2018. If you do not do the work, you are going to hit so hard that you are going to literally regret not taking so-and-so's advice. Okay? Tough love. That's how I've learned my whole life. I've had to learn where I had to hit the wall so many times until I could finally see, okay, this isn't working for me. So if it takes you that many times, by all means, it's going to take you that many times. And then, you're going to come out of it a new person. You're going to come out of it with a new understanding. So either way, I see you guys winning. It just depends. Which road do you want to take? The hard road? Or do you want to just do the work now and then avoid, having to hit rock bottom, right? And I know I'm very dramatic in my statement, but Aquarius, I really feel this on a soul level. Again, I'm an intuitive. My body is just, I can even feel my throat like tensing up. It's like, you guys have to come out of this differently. You have to be more open and just treat people differently in your life. You have to really stop taking people for granted. That's only for some of my Aquariuses. My other Aquariuses, you guys are going to do the work and then you're going to transform beautifully. Okay? So temperance in reverse, spiritual message, what I just said, right? Learning how to merge your elements and be in more of a balance. This is an imbalance. Merge yourself into one, balance yourself. Okay? Temperance is all about, in the reverse, it's about you feeling chaotic. Spiritually, you're just not even centered and grounded. Okay? What do you need to release? The Ace of Cups, indulgences. If you're partying too much, drinking, drugs, whatever it is, let it go. Cut it back. You also need to release the need to overly emphasize your emotions and pushing everyone else's aside. Okay? I feel there's this poor me. Look at me and my emotions. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm being hard on you guys. Okay? But what I'm saying is, again, this is kind of what we went back to. Do the work. Aquarius is, I see a very abundant year for you guys, especially emotionally. I see this being such a beautiful card of emotional rebirth and emotional abundance. But you need to release old patterns and old ways of doing things in order for you to get this cup, okay? I do see, again, your career is taking off towards a little bit more towards the end of the year. I see you guys actually coming into a promotion. You're going to make more money. I do see that. And I also see you guys starting to think about a change and a shift in career. Also, family. I do see some of you guys having a family closer to the end of the year. A lot of you guys getting pregnant, okay? So it's an overall great reading, but your path that you take in January is going to determine how it unfolds. Okay? Thank you so much.